What's up, y'all? We're gonna go ahead and get into this reading. Hopefully it's not blocking y'all's view. Let's get into the reading. Ooh. Two of Pentacles. Stability is coming your way. Things are balancing out. Things are stabilizing. Any clouds that were, I guess, any like confusion or things that you couldn't see are going to be are being cleared up. Things are being worked out. Things are working in your favor at this time. A lot of balance is coming through. If there had been a lot of, if you felt like things were kind of like working against you, you're almost going to be seeing like why things had to work out the way they did. Even in the moment they felt like, you felt like they weren't working out, they were. You just had to see the bigger picture with the World card. You literally had to see the bigger picture. You could have been too far into a situation to really see what was going on, but I feel like here you're learning a lesson. Something has, come to an end. A cycle has been brought to. I just heard something about something has fallen to its knees. Maybe you had to pray. Maybe you had to surrender a situation. Maybe you had to let a situation go. You had to give something to God, and it literally was whatever you had to surrender. It was for a reason. Okay, so everything is working out in your favor at this time, or that's what you need to be. That's literally what you need to be telling yourself. Everything happens in divine timing. You could be coming into contact with someone, or it's in like serendipity between like the Lovers and the Temperance card, which means like there's always something good coming out of a situation. So literally, however the table turns right now is literally for your highest good. It's for your higher selves, to get you closer to your higher calling, your higher purpose, to put you like on the path. Today, this morning, it's Sunday. Sarah Jakes was talking about in order to like clear up any energy, or clear up any, in order to really like make space for anything new, you kind of have to go to God, and you have to recognize that you weren't on the right path. So by you like surrendering that energy to move into something else, you kind of have to lay down and sacrifice whatever that God's calling you to sacrifice. Six of Pentacles, like, you can't be greedy. You know what I'm saying? God says, you want this? Well, I gotta take this. You know what I'm saying? You can have exactly what you want, but it's gonna call for you to sacrifice something. So you're literally, because you have done that, because you're putting in the work, because you are, I guess, leaving things in God's hand, God is able to actually work for you, like work with you, rather than you being resistant to the change, being stubborn, being bullheaded. Some of y'all could have something about Taurus season, or Taurus, like bullheaded, stubborn. You're allowing things to kind of just come into fruition, or like at least come into your reality. Something is definitely coming into your reality. We have the Lovers card, and we have the Two of Pentacles. This is duality. So you've seen the dark side of a situation. Now you're going to see the light side of a situation. You've made it out from the darkness, coming into the light. Something is like very complementary. Okay. Yeah, something is like day and night. Maybe when it comes to like your mind, because I'm picking up on like Gemini energy. Something could have been in your mind. Gemini also rules Venus, communication. No. 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 Does it? I just said, I don't know what I just said. No, I said Gemini rules Venus. Gemini rules communication. I have a Gemini Venus. The High Priestess card? Wow, so what the heck? I just yawned 3 times since we started. That's what I'm saying. You've definitely seen the dark side. You cannot be a high priestess without seeing the dark side of a situation. In order to be a high priestess, in order to elevate, you have to see two. Okay, what I'm also getting is there's always 2 sides to a story. This definitely could have to do with a Gemini. There's always 2 sides to a story. You definitely had to sacrifice your low vibrational thoughts, low vibrational energy, low quality something, because I just got you had to sacrifice low hanging fruit, so maybe you had to stop settling for less. Something about transformation with the snake, shedding layers. Yeah, you had to shed layers of your past self. Something about oysters, pearls. I don't know what song that is, and it's like I grew up in the roughest parts. Dang, I can't put the words to pieces, but like basically you can grow with like the roughest of the rough, or you know, dang. But something can come out really good. I don't care where you came from. God doesn't care about where you've come from. What is that song? It's actually gonna make me mad that I can't figure it out. But he basically says, I came from the roughest of parts, the roughest of streets, to really still come out clean, to come out, in a better position. Like someone's making the best of their situation. Some of y'all are making like declarations, proclamations. Some of y'all are dedicating yourselves to a certain type of lifestyle. Some of y'all are willing to learn more. Esoteric knowledge in general. Something about, not contracts per se, but like something about you have a covenant with something. You have a divine covenant or a divine connection with something. Okay. Something like in the spirit. The Page of Cups. The Page of Cups. Something about echolocation with these dolphins. Something about telepathy. Or a very like spiritual connection. I just heard, oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? Hair done, nails done, everything did. Hair done, nails did, everything. Oh, you fancy, huh? Yeah, so I feel like you're going to be getting treated the way you deserve. Not settling for less, yeah. I just heard that someone didn't have a pot to piss in, or somebody was in a porta potty. I don't know where they came from, because I'm hearing porcelain throne. Like, you're sitting on a throne. I don't know why it's referring to this, because I'm getting that porcelain throne. You think you hot shit, or you think you the shit. I just feel like you're getting back what you deserve. I feel like you're literally being treated the way you deserve, whether it's from just your surroundings, or are treating you are doing things for yourself that reflect who you are. Giving yourself flowers, treating yourself to luxury things, whatever, however luxury means to you, you know. You are balancing things out. And this is so funny because people are literally talking shit. People are literally talking shit about you. Weird. Crazy. King of Cups in the reverse. People who are bitter. It doesn't even matter. Like, people want to be relevant in your... It's like they see you now being like this, but they can't even fathom. They can't even fathom this energy because they're too weighed down. I just feel like there are other people being very lighthearted, very spirited. You're being very carefree. These other people are weighed down. You're moving on. Your ships are clearing out. You're taking action. These same look, you're expanding right here with the Page of Cups to the Three of Wands. Your waters are open. We said something about oysters. The world is your oyster, literally. There are so many, like, it doesn't matter how many times you've tried. It doesn't matter, like, every time you fall down, you get back up. Every time your name is carried through the mud, you use all that energy to make a mud mass. It's like people drag you through the mud. People can drag your name through the mud, and you come out polished, damn near like a shoe cleaner on some sneakers. Like, doesn't a pearl go through a process to be made, to be cleansed, or something like that? You literally had to go through a process to come out looking better before. And I'm not just saying looking as in attraction or, you know, aesthetics, but I'm really saying, like, you as a person, your aura, your energy, like, you're thriving. Because you went through humiliation, you went through embarrassment, you went through shame, you went through all these low vibrational emotions, not for nothing, you know. What's that Nip song? I didn't come here for nothing. No, you didn't come this far to get this far. You didn't come this far just to stop right here. You just don't know what's ahead of you because you haven't been there yet. I'm sorry, I don't know why I laughed. The King of Wands with the King of Cups in the reverse. They see it or they say it. They're more than likely seeing it. People see you, I don't know, shining bright. I feel like you're applying your wisdom. This King of Wands energy is like out of control, or something is just out of your hands. I don't know. I feel like you're definitely surrendering. Is that Stitch in the background? Didn't Stitch's like ship fall there? Yeah, experiment 626? He literally his ship crashed. Oh yeah, his ship crashed. Something like that, and that's how he met Lilo. They're literally two different types of species, and yet they ended up becoming friends. Didn't like each other at first because they didn't understand each other. Usually people don't like other people because they don't understand them. People usually dislike things because they don't understand them. They can't comprehend it because it's not like them. So if you ever don't like something or don't like someone, get to know it before you judge it, before you even get a chance to, you know, allow something to have its impression or impact on you. Get to know something, you know. The Nine of Pentacles in the reverse with the King of Swords. Something about a tent, a canopy, something about like a covering over you. You're divinely protected. You're not alone. You don't sit alone. What's that song? What's that saying? You can't sit with us. I'm not really getting that, but that just came to my mind. Maybe it is. Maybe you do have that energy of you can't sit with us, or don't fuck with me. Yeah, some of y'all are like y'all have unfuckwittable energy, so to speak. Like, I don't know if you have resting bitch face or if it's just your energy gives off don't fuck with me. Yeah, you have this like very like quiet demeanor. Because I'm looking at the High Priestess and she's, I don't know, I feel like you have this sense of discernment that like guides you. You have this very quiet like moral compass, or you have this, I don't know. It's not something that you really see. I think it's just your aura is very strong, bro. To be honest, it's very strong. Six of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, you didn't do this for nothing. You came out through the mud without anybody. I feel like a lot of the things that you did, a lot of people don't know about because you weren't seeking the validation of anyone else. You wasn't seeking, you wasn't doing it for clout. You wasn't doing it for validation. In the sense of Five of Pentacles, I feel like you had to bring yourself up out of a situation, up out of the darkness, out of the depression, out of the dark cloud, out from under the dark cloud, out from the dark space, people see you as like self-righteous or cocky or things like that, and it's really not that. It's just you have the right to be this way because you know where you've been. You know what I'm saying? It's like you deserve to act a certain way because, and it's so funny because you're not acting, you're just remembering who you are. And it's the people who haven't figured out themselves or found out themselves or realizing that they too have the power, which be, they just haven't come to understand that for themselves, which is why they haven't come to understand you, which is why they don't like you. People don't really people don't, when people don't like something, it's not that they don't like the individual, it's the qualities of that person they don't like. It's whatever quality they lack or something, you know what I'm saying? Or they just don't understand it. A high vibrational, low vibrational being is not gonna is not gonna like a person who is high vibrational because they don't understand why that person is so fucking high vibrational. Even if they're going through the same situation, it's the way that the individuals carry themselves and handle the situation that matters. One person can handle a situation very low vibrationally and get mad at the person who is high vibrational because the high vibrational person is really ignoring the bullshit that's coming with the situation. They're not really ignoring it, but they know like it's gonna get better, like it's only temporary, Like you kind of just have to put your mindset in it's only temporary. You're definitely gonna break free from the situation. If it's financial blockages that you were worried about, I feel like you're gonna get out of that. If it was you being stuck in this unstable energy, instability. Wait, isn't that the same thing? Instability, unstable connections, environments. I feel like could possibly a state of mind, the people that you were around, environments. 4 is the Emperor. 4 talks about stability. Something about that energy of you can't sit with us. Something about the table. What do these people bring to the table? What do you bring to the table? Is there enough food at the table for everyone? And in that saying right there, everybody can eat. Everybody can eat. You know what I'm saying? You lack nothing. And people know that. People who are rich in spirit, people who are abundant in spirit know that they lack nothing. They can always get more. It's not that big of a deal. Because they know that they get money. They know that they get God's, favor. They know they get abundance. They know they get wisdom. They know they get love. Like, they know they get their blessings overpoured. They know that their blessings overflow. 10 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles. This is the heaviness. This is a heavy feeling. I don't think people can comprehend that. People, what? What do you mean you get it back? You just spent that. What do you mean you get it back? Yes. That's exactly what happens. When you spend money, you get the money back. Because you realize money is energy. When you're stingy with the money, when you're greedy with the money, when you want to just hold it captive, it's not going to go nowhere. But when you spend money willingly, freely, abundantly, like when you spend it, like high vibrationally, you'll get it back high vibrationally. You have to recognize, did I put the card back? The Tower, the 4 of Cups. You have to release whatever grief that comes with, I guess, a responsibility. You have to release the grief of the past, getting out of financial debt, being cleared. Yeah, 4 of Cups with the Judgment, letting go, looking up. I think things are looking more, that's going to sound crazy. Things are looking more up than you think. You know how they said things are looking up, more up than you think? You got to get into your heart. You got to get into the feeling. You got to get into that space of trusting your high priestess energy, meditating, say, okay, you got to really ask your higher self, where do you see me? Your higher self will show you, I see you here. And really, your higher self is just showing you your dreams, your visualizations. The more you visualize what you want, the more you can see it, the more real it becomes, the more blessings and things God can present to you on your path to make it more real. It might not seem real because you don't have it, but it's not seeing is believing, it's believing is seeing. You have to believe first to see it. You cannot see it to believe it. You got to believe it to see it. So when things that you want come into your 3D, experience, you literally manifested that. You manifested seeing that particular thing that you want, or that house, that car, that person, characteristics of who you are. You want to be more active in the gym? You start seeing people, you start hanging around a group of people who are disciplined and active, you're going to be the next person. You're going to fall in line. You know what I'm saying? You see people who travel, have, go around the world and, you know, have these adventurous jobs and stuff, you could be one of those people. It's about you believing it. God's just gonna put you in the place exactly where you need to be. God's gonna put you into this energy. You're not gonna have control of it, but it's going to unlock a new version of you, because what am I trying to say? God is opening up your horizons, or you are being asked to expand your horizons in a sense. Judgment has been called upon a situation. Something is not necessarily your karma, but you are definitely getting like what you deserve. There's this song I listen to, and it comes on a lot. I think it's the artist is named Femme Forward, Femme, something like that, and the song is called "What You Deserve," and she's basically saying, "Come get what you deserve." Like, yeah, you just have to make the effort to go get it. You just got to make the, whatever it is, like, make the effort to go get it. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying you deserve something, and I feel like you are learning that lesson. You have learned that lesson. And it took a lot. It took a lot of mental stress. It took a lot of mental confliction. Well, I guess mental conflict. You kind of had to lose your mind to gain it again. But by you losing your mind, you were literally dismantling blockages and rebuking energies off of you and praying, and you literally had to go through the trenches of your mind to get to a lighter space, a brighter space, a space where you don't have you're not worrying, stressing. Very evolved, very mature. Of course, we all have our days, but you're not letting your bad days outweigh your good days. You're still making light. You're still making light of your time here on earth. Things are clearing up. You could be having a good day, a bad day, and still have a great life. You know, that just what comes with the territory. The truth. Something about your hair is significant. Something about two minds, like, split. Someone could have, like, yeah, you could have been split-minded, but then, let's say there was two ideas you had. You put the two ideas together, and that's what it is. 8 of. So you're going back to the drawing board. You're going back to an idea. Yeah. 7 of Cups, 4 of Cups. Yeah, that's what got you here. That's what gets you to you. That's what gets you to where you need to go, is by combining two things, or when two minds collide or something. Yeah. Gemini energy, when two minds collide. When two minds collide. What did I say before? You got two-party stories, and you got God's side of the story. There's 3 sides to a story. So maybe something is, you gotta see the judgment. You had to see all sides of the story before moving on. 5 of Cups. You had to see all sides of a story. Whew. That was a lot. That was a lot. But the judgment here. Maybe you had to leave a situation in order for something to have, played out. Something couldn't have played out with you being there. Maybe you had to leave. Maybe something had to happen. Maybe true, what's that saying? True people's, yeah. People's true feelings, people's true colors. People's true colors were being shown. Ask God to show you people's true colors. How do they really feel about you? But that will conclude this reading. We are closing out this energy. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.